Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 13th to June 19th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To go deeper into what the week holds for you, check out readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. On June 13th, Mercury, which rules messages and the mind, enters its home sign of Gemini. On June 14th, there is a strawberry supermoon in Sagittarius that inspires adventure, expansion of the mind, and reveals what is ripe for the picking. And this reading dives into those themes. In this first column, we get messages from the collective unconscious. You have this overflow, overwhelm, and plenty, and you have this falling angel spiritual narcolepsy. You have Knight of Swords, the Fool, and Five of Coins. In this middle column, we get a message from your higher self. You have Swan Spirits, time for a deep dive. You have Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, Queen of Wands. And in this third column, we find out where your truth is leading you. You have the 9th house of exploration. You have Knight of Wands, the Devil card, and Hanging Man. So looks like you've got some real like opportunities and life lessons going on here with these cards. Move these a little bit. These cards of the falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy, and overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. This spiritual narcolepsy, falling angel, kind of indicates how there is a situation where you might be led astray or distracted by fallen angels, those who are not looking to change their situation or not looking to necessarily serve their best and highest good. And it's kind of calling for you to recognize that you have wings to fly. You might be kind of in a situation where you're feeling like you are, not soaring. But basically, there is an opportunity for you just to recognize that you need to change a course of action, and you can really just spread your wings, fly, have a higher view of the situation, and take the high road, have a more objective view of something, and really do what's best for you and your best and highest good. So with this overflow, overwhelm, and plenty card, it's almost as if there's abundance going on around you, and there's this idea of, there's some scheme at play where some people get, some people don't, but here it's calling for you to recognize that abundance is for everyone, and not to be distracted by the, daily grind or this concept of this, the rat race that we're in, and kind of recognizing that we all have access to abundance, and it's just figuring out our way to that abundance and to tap into that, because it is kind of all around. It's also a card of this overflow of possibly being too empathetic, maybe taking on too much of the people in your life's drama, getting into their world. So these two cards kind of together is kind of letting you know that there is a sense of lack that you might be feeling, but it's really because of the drama that you're being sucked into, and that you have the ability to really choose to kind of separate from that, to separate yourself from that and see things from like a higher perspective, and not really engage in what your friends, your acquaintances are doing for, that is for them, that they think is for them, and not being too swayed by that, so that you can align with your truth and your purpose. So here you have this 5 of coins, which it's interesting. It's the only card of pentacles out here, which may indicate that this is more of a belief about a situation in the material world, or a place in the material world, like an assessment, a negative assessment of not having enough, or being in a place of lack. And this can be, it could be, a real situation as well. It could be a situation where someone is, did lose their job, or is needing to save money. But it's also kind of associated with, with this drama here of maybe creating a narrative where, there is someone is the cause of this person being in this situation, and a sense of, being in a woe is me kind of mindset, where it could be that you have this, opportunity, this, this Knight of Swords opportunity to, jump in and try to make someone's life better, try to save the day. But here, these cards are kind of saying, don't get pulled into someone else's drama. Don't really, use this more for pursuing your own truth. And here with this Fool, it's a card of really opening your arms to life, and really thinking that there are limitless opportunities and potential, and just opening your heart, opening your mind to experiences, and being excited about those opportunities. And so not getting sucked into this concept of lack and us versus them. And, even if this is yourself being in a situation where you need money, or you lost a job, or you don't have a place, you're couch surfing right now, really looking at opportunities as looking at each experience as opportunities to make something amazing, to experience something amazing, as opposed from being constantly looking at the world from this idea of lack and idea of, what you not having what exactly you want. So here, let's take a look at the 5 of coins. You have the 5 of swords. And this is a card of this, the concept of in order to win, someone has to lose. If there is something blocking your way, cut everything down, so that there is nothing but you being victorious. And really, at the end, it's just a false victory. And this is a card of also just not knowing when to walk away from a situation. It is a lose-lose situation. No one really wins from that. So 5s in general have to do with instability, conflict, chaos, and competition. So here, the message from the collective unconscious is just to really walk away from these types of situations of things being fixed, there being a concept of have and have-nots and winners and losers and us versus them, and stepping away from this type of barriers that really lock in not only ideas but your ability to grow and experience the world. Let's take a look at the Knight of Swords. You have the 10 of Swords. And this is about really just hitting rock bottom, perhaps trusting the wrong person, perhaps even, thinking something, a unsolvable problem, just thinking it to death, and it's just over and done with. So maybe if you kind of have been empathetic towards other people's drama, and kind of swooped in to save the day and protect them and help them, maybe rethink that and look at your opportunities. Maybe you've gone in and tried to save the day, not gotten all the information, and you come out, on the wrong side of an argument, and maybe even make matters worse. Ultimately, this Fool it's usually, taking a risk, a leap of faith, but a leap of faith towards the positive, as opposed to jumping into negative ways of thinking and viewing the environment. So here, this Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive, message from your higher self. This card is also about not really taking things at face value, and not just looking at the superficial, but really going deeper and asking why. Why should I believe that? Why should I keep going in this direction? Why should I not walk away from a lose-lose situation? And so here with this 4 of Swords, it kind of indicates a need to withdraw and recover, get a sense of balance and clarity when it comes to, communications, problem solving. Just really step away and clear your energy, clear your mind, you know, and take a moment for yourself. With the Ace of Cups here, it kind of indicates that you're going to be given a new opportunity to, you know, this gift from Spirit, to feel hope, to feel a connection between you and your higher self, between you and your others around you. And, you know, I'm just realizing I didn't clarify this Fool. The Fool is, I guess so, it's almost like the Fool and the Ace of Cups are kind of working in unison to give you like this sense of a new way to connect with your environment. So I'm going to go and clarify the Fool, and then we'll come back over here. But we have another Five of Cups. Okay, so here, going back over here, really definitely dealing with other people's conflict, your conflict, how you're seeing your conflict. You need some time out. You need to be rejuvenated. This Queen of Wands here, maybe this Queen of Wands is someone that you really need to be cautious about. Maybe this is someone that is taking you in the wrong direction, or there is a need for you to really step into your courage. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at the Queen of Wands. You have the Eight of Cups, and this is walking away from what's not for your best and highest good. So it looks like this is more of, you know, tapping into the energy of the Queen of Wands, which is stepping into your own power, being a leader, being confident, and, you know, doing what you believe is right, even if it's, you know, not popular, if it's not what the group wants, because the Queen of Wands is drawn by their passion and their need to connect to their positive flow of energy. Let's take a look at the Four of Swords over here. You have the Three of Pentacles. And this is kind of a concept of working with others to create something greater. And it may be that you need some assistance in kind of walking away from this situation. Perhaps, you know, maybe you've been reading self-help books, or just books in general inspired by a certain author. But also, if you need assistance from people that you truly trust to kind of get out of the situation, that's kind of calling for that as well. Perhaps a mentor, counselor you trust, something along those lines. So let's take a look at the Ace of Cups now. You have the Temperance card, and this is a sense of balance, of zen, peace, moderation, where you are not on one extreme or the other. You're focusing on health and health of the body and spirit, and taking aspects of your past and mixing it with your present to create the future that you want for yourself. And this requires some intention and focus. And really, I do kind of think of the Temperance card as your opportunity to create your own heaven on earth, to create the future that you want for yourself. And here, this time for a deep dive, really getting below the surface of things, seeing what is for your best and highest good, seeing what you need to walk away from. For some of you, this might be an individual that is that you've tried to be like, or that you have been influenced by. And for others, it is kind of, the energy of the type of person that you are evolving into, especially with this 9th house of exploration, which is about kind of pushing beyond your boundaries, and growing in terms of intellect, in terms of philosophy, and allowing for you to grow, get outside of your comfort zone, what you've known, and kind of figure out what drives you, truly drives you, based on your experience and your interactions with life, and not based on anyone else's experiences, what other people tell you or convince you of or pull you into, and kind of be able to expand your mind and be in a place where you can possibly help others. So here with the Knight of Wands, this is a card of, adventure, exploration, and really pursuing something new, possibly some excitement, but it's also, it seems, if you've been kind of stuck in this experience of other people's drama, then this is something new for you. You have the Devil card and the Hanging Man. So this Devil card indicates that, it's your card, Capricorn. It's your Major Arcana card. Perhaps you have been really thinking that there's a sense of loyalty here, but it could be that you're actually not wanting to change your circumstances because you are used to the confinement that you've created for yourself, giving others the power over you. And it's kind of time to explore and break free. With the Hanging Man here, it's an opportunity to reflect on the situation and really take a look at the ego, what is not clear to you, what is kind of you see in the horizon and you're trying to make out, and allow you to get a different perspective of things. And both of these seem to be prompted by just exploring and getting out of whatever current situations that you're in. So let's take a look at the Knight of Wands here. you have the Queen of Cups. And this is a card of tapping into your intuition, practicing self-care, and connecting to others around you, but not in a sense of being sucked into the drama here. This, coming from a place of lack and grief and, misery loves company, and really tapping into your true core, and connecting with your, allowing you to receive, allowing you to nurture yourself. And that kind of does indicate getting outside of what you've known. So let's take a look at the Devil card here. You have the King of Wands. So this concept of following your passion, being a courageous leader, not following the pack, but setting out your own course is really screaming here with the Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, and King of Wands. And recognizing that you have this power and you are really allowing that power to be kind of caged when you are looking at a situation from this place of conflict and lack and drama and, the woe is me viewpoint. So let's see what's going on with that Hanging Man there. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So here it does indicate that a change is needed. I'm actually noticing here the similarities in this depiction of the Wheel of Fortune in the 9th house of exploration. And that actually looks like, is that like a telescope there? So here it indicates really needing a change, needing to see things from a different perspective, needing to kind of get out of whatever, set viewpoints you already have, and really recognize that you have this power to go further than you thought you could, and possibly even further than the people that you've been surrounding yourself with could imagine. And it's an opportunity for you to really step into your own, and in the process build some healthy boundaries so that going forward you don't get sucked into the overwhelm and plenty, and you don't get drawn to fallen angels. So I'm hoping that this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.